Hello everyone, Snidey here. Today we will learn how to create an Android app to access a Cloud Firestore database in Firebase. We will create a simple app and access one value in the database within our Android apps. So let's get started. First, let's create Flutter project. Let's open the Android Studio. Click New Flutter project. Next, and name the project. Say Flutter underscore counter underscore Firebase. Click finish. So it takes a while for the Android to create our project, and once it's ready, let's just run the emulator. In this video, we want to launch the Android apps on emulator, so let's just open the emulator. You can do that from within the AVD manager. If you don't have any emulator created yet, you have to create one. In my case, I already have one. I just launched the emulator. Let's close the AVD manager window. So that's the emulator. And next, let's create the Firebase project in the Firebase. To do that, we need to go to the Firebase websites. So go to the firebase.google.com and click on the Go to Console tab on the top right of the browser. So let's create a project and name the project. Say, let's name it same to the our Android apps project name, Flutter counter Firebase. Click continue. In our case, we do not want to use any Google Analytics in our project, so just disable the Google Analytics and create project. Click continue. So we can see that the Firebase project is created for us, and in here we have several options to run our project. Either we can use it for iOS device or Android or web application or Unity. For our case, we want to use for Android, so click Android. So here we need to register our Android apps to be used with this project. So first we need to include the Android package name. This can be found from the build.gradle file. So let's go to the Android Studio. Let's just close the readme.md file. Let's expand our folder and go to the Android folder, app folder, and build.gradle. Double click that file. So just scroll down a little bit until we see the default config section and application ID item. So we just select that name. That's the package name. Copy that name and paste it on this Android package name. So Firebase would know to which app this project would be accessed from. Add nickname for the app. Say Flutter counter Firebase. And leave the certificate SHA1 empty. Click register app. Here we need to add the Google services.json file to our app folder. So we need to add this file to our app folder under the Android folder. So let's download this file. Save it. And let's go to the Android Studio. Open that file. So just drag to the app folder. Click add. So we should see from within the app folder, we have the Google services.json file. Just close the file. And get back to the Firebase. Click next. So here we need to add certain line for dependencies. It should be added in two separate places. It's on the build.gradle file, but at different location. The first location is under the project folder. The second is under the app folder. So let's do the first one under the project folder. So go back to Android. So that's the file build.gradle underneath the project folder. So double click that file. Go back to the Firebase. Check that Google repository is already there. Yes, it's there. Next, add the class path to the dependency section. Copy that line. So add class path. On the next line, Control V. Next, we also to make sure that Google Maven repository is already there inside the repositories section of the all project section. So it's already there. That's good. Just save the file. Next, in the build.gradle from the app folder, we also need to add the plugin and the dependencies. Let's just copy that plugin line, copy, go to the build.gradle. It's under the app folder, build.gradle. So find a line that has all the plugins area, just add that plugin. Add also the Firebase BOM dependencies, copy that line in the dependencies section. It can be found at the very bottom of the file. Paste it there and save it. So in this case, we need to click the sync now link if it's not already been done. In my case, I have a previous project created accessing the Firebase, so it's already installed. Next, we need to just click next and click continue to console. Here we can see we already linked our Android app to the Firebase project, and we want to use the Cloud Firestore database in Firebase. So let's just create the database. So click the Cloud Firestore and click create database. Let's just choose start in test mode, click next, and just use the default Cloud Firestore location server, click enable. It may take a while for the Cloud Firestore to be provisioned. Okay, now we have a link to the Cloud Firestore database. So let's just create the first database. Click start collection. Collection is a database for our Android apps. So let's name the database, say CounterDB. Click next. Key in the document ID. Document ID is the table inside the database. Let's say CTR TBL counter table, and add the relevant field we want to add. Say we want to add the first field, the counter field. Let's say CTR VAL. That represent the counter value, and it is a integer type. We choose number, and let's put the default value, say 0. Just click save. So now we can see that the database already be created and ready to be accessed from within our Android app. So let's go back to the Android Studio. So in here, we need to do few more settings and configuration before we can start programming. In the build.gradle, under the app folder, we need to update the SDK version and enable the multiDex. Let's do that. So let's go to let's just close this one and go to the build.gradle in the app folder. The file. So go to the default config section and find the minSdkVersion. So let's change that version to be 19 and change the targetSDKVersion to be 30. And also add another line to enable the multiDex. MultiDex enable set to true. Note that the spelling is multiDexEnabled with D. So we are good here. Just save the file. Then we need our app, our project, to add and install all the relevant plugins. So let's do that from within the terminal. Go to the terminal tab at the bottom of the Android Studio here, and just type Flutter at Cloud underscore Firestore. Enter. So we can see a bunch of dependencies and libraries being installed, especially the Cloud Firestore plugins. That's the latest version 3.1.5, and also Firebase Core version 1.10.6. Next issue, Flutter Puppet command. So Flutter will get the Flutter counter Firebase, our apps, to be ready with all the plugins. So we need to verify that the plugin has been added to our project. So let's open the pubspec.yaml file here and check that the dependencies is added. Under the dependencies, here Cloud Firestore version 3.1.5. That's good. If not, we have to add this manually in this file, pubspec.yaml. Let's close the file. And now we can just start programming our Android apps for accessing the Cloud Firestore database. So let's open the main file. It's in the lib library. Open main.dat. So in main.dat, it has a default content to display a counter. So we do a changes in here. I have a pre-coded file content to access the database. So let's just copy that content and paste it in the main.dat. Remove all the content in the existing main.dat, delete, and paste the updated one that has access to the database. So basically we need to import the Firebase core.dat package and also Cloud Firestore.dat package in order to use the Firebase database. So we use the firebase.instance.collection and key in the database name. In our case, our database name is CounterDB. And then from there, we in the UI portion, we can use the Stream Builder widget to access data from the Cloud Firestore using the Stream Snapshot object. And from there, we can display that value from the database from within our Android. Okay, let's just save this file and let's run it on the emulator. First, we have to make sure that the output will be to the emulator and then click run. The first run would take a while for the Android Studio to compile and execute our apps into the emulator. On subsequent compilation, we can simply use the port reload features available in Android Studio. So our programming will be much faster. So you see that Android Studio creating the APK app for this project and run it on the emulator. So basically this app has a increment and decrement button and also a reset button to increase and decrease the value in the database. So this value represent data from the database. So let's try this program. This is our database. This is the counter value that we create in the database. Let's just increase that value. We can see that it is updating in real time from within our apps. So that value is changed in real time. Can also reset that value to 0 and increase and decrease the value as well. So each time we re-execute this app, it will upload the recent value that has been stored in the database. So that's about it. We have successfully create an Android app and access a Cloud Firestore in the Firebase and update the value in the database as well. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. So I'll see you again in my next video. Thank you.